Badly Drawn Boy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. I'll tell you what, the Sonies then.
Oh!
This Thursday at the Grosvenor House Hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone in Radios Anyone has entered their show in different categories saying, they get it down to,
Winners this year included the brilliant Dominic Mohan, former showbiz editor of The Sun.
Lots of people won. Lots of people won gold. Lots of people won silver. Lots of people won bronze. We didn't get a sausage.
Nothing.
This show was deemed not worthy of anything. I mean, not a look in. The panel looked at it and said, well, no, definitely
not radio.
Didn't get a vote. See, that annoys me on so many levels. Let me tell you, one, right? I've never complained about losing an award. Okay, ever. Yeah, mainly in TV. I know we've won a lot, but we've been beaten by Peter Kay. Good luck to him. He's brilliant. Beaten by Phoenix Nights and sitcom. A lot of people like that more than the Office, vice versa, right? No qualms. But the shoddy shite that I heard that night beating us, I was furious. I don't understand. There's people, regional, it sounds like hospital radio, right? I shouldn't even be on XFM. I thought, it's beneath me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, give them a hand, right? Let's show them. And I want to know who the panel was as well. I do not believe it. How can they I was looking back over some of the shows, right, before I go to Karl, and I've just done a little excerpt of, a trailer of what we do, what we're about, and I don't know how the panel could overlook it. Play a bit, Karl, please. Shaking her muff, minge and tits around does not make her a hoe, then what does?
These kids at school with big heads.
Karl, what are you talking about?
Shut! Hello, my name is Holy Fuck.
Right, there's this monkey that, was on a train station.
Right.
What if you mean cock to mean penis?
But it was my Down syndrome son.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
So we've still got monkey news coming up.
You're an idiot! You know what I mean?
That's, to me, quality broadcasting.
I don't know how they can say that isn't worthy.
That's what we sent in to the Sony people. They listened to that. How they didn't think that was dynamite stuff. It doesn't make sense. I've been thinking about this since Thursday, because I've been a little bit down in the dumps.
Yeah.
What I think it is that with the TV show, the TV stuff we've done, Rick, we put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
We get the script, we spend a lot of time on it. What this show is about, it's very much about spontaneity, it's about our personalities, and I don't think we're ever going to win an award for our personalities. I think that's where we're going.
Do you know what I think? I think that when we're together, we're the auteurs of The Office, and, and we're strong on it, and we're just two, we write it, we direct it, we cast it, we even worry about the font and stuff on the, we do everything. There's a weak link in our midst, I think.
On the radio show?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm just trying to think what the common factor is, because on the award-winning TV show, it splits you and I.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, can we play a record and, let me think about this, because there must be something.
There's got to be a factor.
That isn't in The Office that's in this, that means that The Office is award-winning, and this is a pile of shite. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with Steve Merchant, and with us, Karl Pilkington, the third member of this team. Me and you do The Office.
Award winning.
Yeah, and us three do this show.
No awards. Nothing.
Karl, what are your thoughts? What do you think's wrong with the show? Why do you think the panel listened to our show and said that is awful, it's not actually a radio show?
Well, can I just point out, so many people may not realise that last year we won a bronze, so we've actually gone down, we've actually slid off the list entirely.
I know, but I mean, but Karl wasn't really as involved last year.
Well, I remember last year it was very much you and I.
I mean, we just started out on it, yeah, so I mean, so you can't really compare. Hold on, though.
Well, interesting.
What do you think, Karl? What do you think the reason is?
Thoughts, Karl?
Any thoughts?
I see what you're getting at, right, but...
You're not stupid.
But, when I put the compilation together, I made sure that it was mainly you two. So don't be doing that. Don't be playing that game.
So you put the compilation together?
Yeah.
Right, again.
Ah, right, interesting, because
we weren't involved with that.
We usually do The Office, edit The Office and everything, we have the final cut on The Office. So you... Oh, I see, so you... Oh, right, no, so you're the producer.
You had your fingers all over it, interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. So, so
the tape was the smoking gun, and whose fingerprints were on it? Karl Pilkington's, interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, we didn't get a sausage. But, do you know what, seriously though,
Well, I don't mean seriously, it is his fault.
I know, but I mean, it's our fault as well, because we should have known better, right? But...
Than to employ him, yeah.
But, I actually think it's a slap in the face. I want to know who the panel was, a lot of Sony are thinking, just handing it out to the same old people. You know what I mean? Every clip they played was a funny phone call. Do you know what I mean? And so,
Did we send any of our funny phone calls in?
So if anyone cares, I think we should knock this on the head as a protest against Sony. As I say, I've never complained before about legal, but I mean this one, don't know what they think. I want someone on the panel. It was entertainment. I want someone on the panel to phone up and say why they think this show is rubbish.
Well, I'll apologise.
Well, I'll not apologise if they stand by. If they tell me why, you know. Because, you know, listening to that clip there, I can't see anything wrong with that as...
No, sure.
As sort of, you know, daytime radio.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't think, our number one fan, Dickie Anderson, Richard Anders, was, on the panel, although he here has emailed in. He's got a couple of thoughts as to maybe why we...
What is Dickers doing, man?
Dickers says, commiserations on not winning a Sony. I can't believe you didn't win, naturally. I mean, apart from your show's obvious lack of quality and effort, having a monkey for a producer, offering the biggest load of tat as competition prizes, saying hairy Chinese kid 48 times every show, Rockbusters, not bothering to turn up for weeks on end, only having 3 listeners, introducing the comedy characters Camp David, Harry Fook, which I think he spelt wrong there, Stephen Merchant. I'm not a character. Apart from insulting every race, religion and sexual orientation, bickering like schoolgirls...
We haven't done everyone yet! We have not insulted everyone yet! There's loads to go!
Despite the fact you generally bring misery into the lives of anyone who listens, I thought you were surefire winners. Better luck next year.
Well...
I mean, a couple of constructive, you know, criticisms there, but generally, I still can't nail it.
Was he on the panel?
Well, I don't think so. Well, he's a fan, so...
Yeah. Well, no, he's clearly a fan. I mean, he obviously loves the show. Because he's... I mean, he has hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
Which...
Yeah.
But, what should we do? Should we give up or should we try harder? That's always my dilemma in life.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I've always gone for the first one.
Give up?
Yeah, why bother?
Yeah.
If they can't see, just give us the award.
Yeah.
And then worry about it later and we won't let them down.
Yeah.
Now, they've got blood on their hands. We're gonna...
Yeah.
What should we do? To give a couple of months notice?
I think so.
Okay, well, there you go.
I mean, seriously, I mean, I think...
I'm being serious, I'm not being wacky now, we haven't told Andrew, but...
I think we've won our course with this show.
Yeah. So let's, okay, we'll give it a month, and it's because the Sonys didn't give us anything. Play a record.
Yeah.
There you go.
You gotta do a bit longer than that.
No, we haven't. Got to give a month's notice.
No, you gotta work till about September if you're gonna...
No, we haven't. No, we can give a month's notice. You know, whatever they give the money back or something.
Well, you give your money back.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna spend your 80 quid on?
True.
By the way, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. So, a few more shows.
And then
I hope Sony are happy. They should encourage, you know, we've only been radio, you know, a couple of years.
Exactly.
Trying.
You encourage young talent like you.
Yeah. Instead of giving it to Radio 1 and Radio 2 and...
The old war horses. We just had a quick email. I wonder if you could answer this. It's James from NW1. He says, Ricky, is Karl going to be on this week's show? Please let me know, as I may listen if he's not. Sadly, he is here. I mean, people are already turning against you, Karl, because they've seen what's happened.
Yeah.
I think they've probably realised that we've...
I think we gave him too much. I think we've got a spoiled sort of kid in our hands. It's sort of like, you know, we knew how bad he was, but we were trying to sort of bring him out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to encourage sort of, children like Karl.
Well, yeah, exactly.
To sort of fend for themselves. I like the fact that Dickie Anderson had that wonderful rant. I mean, it was an articulate email. It was quite long, and he must have typed it immediately. I'm thinking, because he's a fan of the show and he thinks I'm a genius, we need a PA.
Sure.
Don't we?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'd come and work for us?
Well, he can't be any worse than what we've already got.
I know.
You know.
So, there you go then, we're giving up radio. We're gonna concentrate on television. Karl's gonna probably go back to what, your little... just doing your sound?
The thing I won a silver for at the Sonys. Funny that, isn't it?
Oh, you won a silver, did you?
I got a silver, yeah,
what was that
for doing the proper job that I do here in the week.
Well, no, it's 2 of you for a start.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 of us. Couldn't even get a bronze. Now, who's the weak link? Right?
Well...
Bit weird, isn't it?
Let's not argue. We haven't got many shows to do.
To be fair though, this show is I think it's more to do with the fact that you talk on this show that has brought us down.
Right, I haven't said anything hardly today.
No, well this is an award-winning show, potentially.
We'll add this one in for next year.
If you could just keep stum, we might have a chance.
Alright.
Well, coming up, right? Karl.
Let's put it behind us.
Okay.
Let's draw a line under it.
We had a meeting yesterday. We thought we better, for the last few shows, plan it a little bit. And me and Steve came up with a great idea. We're gonna offer Karl money to do stuff.
Yes. That's the quality of the ideas on this.
Yeah. And, I bought some money in, little stuff, because we had him showering with our mate Johnny for £1,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
didn't
we just got into a discussion, and then one of us suggested that how much would it cost us to pay you, Karl, to have a shower with another man? And there's nothing going on.
No, there's nothing going on. You're just in a shower, normal shower. You're just washing each other, not each other, just yourselves.
You're just
having a chat.
Yeah,
right,
washing yourselves, having a shower.
Yeah.
But it's a regular shower in a regular house. It's not a shower in a swimming pool.
And he went fine. He got £1,000 out of it. He wouldn't do 900. He got £1,000 out of it. But then we said, and we'll have to watch to make sure you do it.
Yeah.
And he went, no, that's weird. So, but why?
But this is what annoys me though, right? The whole idea of, what would you do, right? So I bet you missed out there. When we started this chat saying, I wonder what you'd do for money, it did start off with, would you rub Dale Winton's neck? Would you give Dale Winton a massage for 20 quid?
No, but you have to say no, 500. We're trying to find out what your price is. What price, Karl, is the name of the show. So would you give, Dale Winton he's got a knot, he's got a bit of a knot, he's stressed, he's been doing supermarket sweep, and he's furious. One of the contestants was answering back, calling him names, and he's got all knots in his neck. You just give him a little bit of a, 5 minutes.
It's a little neck massage.
How much would you do that for?
He's naked, and it's just a little neck massage.
There's nothing going on. It's like...
See, there
You're naked as well, but it's just the two of you naked giving him a little massage.
No, seriously. Would you give him... okay, would you give me a foot massage?
For how much?
Well, that's what's your price?
And what are the rules, though? Can I wear gloves?
No.
No, just, Let's start off simple. Would you take off my shoes and socks?
I'd do it for, 50 quid.
Okay, no, 20 quid to take off one shoe and one sock, but like you mean it. You just take the shoe off, you go, and as you're pulling down my sock, you pull the sock down slowly, you look me in the eyes and go, what lovely ankles.
Seriously, how much? What price?
20 quid a foot.
20 quid a foot.
That's got to be worth it.
So 20 quid, you will take off my, we'll put on some soft music, right?
No, I don't need it today. That's what I was saying to you yesterday.
You always
do. You know what I mean? No, you don't. At the moment, I'm quite happy.
Give it to a homeless person. Give it to a charity.
Well, get him in here.
Well, are you still going to shower with Johnny for £1,000?
Not now, because you said, and me and Steve are just going to stand in the corner and watch.
Well, we've got to make sure you do it. You might go in there and just, wet your hair and come out, pay Johnny 500 quid and go, yeah, we had a shower. How will we know?
Sorry, I'm quite interested about the shoe and sock.
I'm back to the shower. You just have to wash yourselves. Now, we have to inspect that it's really clean, because we want you to wash certain parts really...
Right, well, why have you both got to be in there, then?
Well, no, because one of us. Can we just take... yeah. Or can Steve film it?
as evidence. Just as evidence.
Or I'll tell you what, we'll leave the TV camera in there. Neither of us to be in there, then we can just watch the video.
Yeah. Are you a couple of benders? Are you a couple of benders?
No. No. But can we discuss further the taking of the shoe and the sock? Because I think there's £20 in. I'm willing to pay £20 to see that.
So a little surprise for you there. That's Coldplay here. They're live through there. Thanks. Can you hear me? Yeah, brilliant. Do you wanna say a few words? Do you wanna
I'll have a quick word with Chris, lead singer Chris. Chris, good to have you here.
Hello.
And how's it going with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Brilliant. Yes. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, no, I thought so, yeah. I saw her in Shakespeare in Love.
She's good in that, isn't she?
If you would pass that on to her, just say I enjoyed that. It's going alright. You going to get married or?
Yeah, so I marry either her or that Julia Roberts woman.
Yeah, either one is good.
Yeah.
I know you're on holiday at the moment in Hawaii. I read in the paper today.
No.
You're actually here.
I'm actually here.
Okay.
Got to go now, got to go.
Alright, just a couple of quick
See you later, Chris.
Yes, see you, Ricky.
So that's the sort of guests.
That's the calibre of guests. We're just trying to up
just
things.
like Jonathan Ross. We've got guests like Jonathan Ross. That's Coldplay, just popped in.
So if you're the Sony people listening, you
brilliant. And we've still got Karl to take off my sock for 20 quid. Okay? Let's do it now. Let's just get it over with and do it now.
Come on, Karl, let's get our cash out then, Rick. There's £10 right there.
No, you don't owe him, because he owes you 10, so I just have to pay him 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go on then, just take...
Not whilst co-player here.
They've had to shoot off.
Come on.
I don't want to do it.
Why not? Tell me
We've
what-
been on now for half an hour.
Okay,
We
well,
haven't done
at
anything
the end
yet.
of this, why won't you do it? It's ridiculous. You won't have a shower, you won't take my shoes and socks off, you won't do anything. You won't give Darwin a rub down. What will you do, for Christ's
I
sakes?
don't want to do it. Said my mum and dad are like, I've heard about how well I'm doing in London.
Yeah.
Right? They've heard about, the Sony Awards and that. They're talking to the mates. They're saying Karl's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen to him on Sky.
Yeah.
They're tuning in. I'm taking off socks for money.
What's it with that?
That'll be the first time that anyone in your family has actually made, money without stealing, thieving, or
It's an
committing
honest-
some kind of
it's hon-
atrocity.
Let's just do it quick then,
the
because
first honest
it's
money.
getting on my nerves. It's actually annoying me.
Excellent.
Excellent, alright, well,
Give me the money, Steve.
no, he's just taking a tenner off
Give
me.
you the tenner back.
Right, okay.
Okay,
Then let's do it like
You've
that.
got to do it properly, you
Do
really
it
don't
like
say
that.
that. You've got to,
No,
you've got to do it
do it
properly.
slowly. Go on, do it
Right, just gently, I can't see what's happening.
Pretend I'm working on shop. There's nothing normal. Right, Steve,
No,
back.
come on, just get it done.
What's
Why are
that?
you whistling?
What's whistling? What's the whistling?
Sort that out. I can't believe.
Right.
Okay, now do it properly, gently.
Yeah.
It's a sweaty trainer, which just makes it all the more...
Straight
Just
away.
gently caress it.
There's someone watching in the office.
Caress it there, don't just gently ease the
gently
shot.
off, just gently off.
Just like working on a shoe shop. There's nothing weird about it.
Just gently ease that off.
Right.
I'm the best.
Alright, now it's just...
Right,
now,
just gently
come on,
stop.
gently do it. Don't
gently
just rip it
stop
off.
down, yeah. Yeah.
Slowly,
What do you
tease it. Tease it.
I don't like this. I just wasted a tenner and that wasn't
Now,
enjoyable at all.
now wait a minute, you've got to say...
Say
you've got to
something nice
say...
about my ankle.
So you've got lovely toes and I love your ankle.
You got nice toes and that.
Well, say it
I
properly.
don't like it anymore.
Do it, and you've got to say, you've got to say for the tenor, otherwise
Go
you're
on,
taking it back, you've
go
got to say what lovely ankles you've got, but in a sweet, seductive voice.
Right. Oh.
Right, you got nice ankles.
That is not how you would seduce a
say
woman.
like
You would
that.
not seduce a woman like that, Karl.
Oh, I don't.
Suzanne.
I don't.
Imagine that.
I don't know. I don't feel good about
Leave
it.
it off, because I want to see if we can get him to massage your toes.
See, I don't know what's worse. I mean, I didn't like the feeling much. That wasn't very nice because it was all rough, and and he's a skinhead and he's playing on the feet. And then I thought, oh, I've degraded him, so I don't know what I feel worse about.
You can keep the tenner that you owe me if you massage his toes.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Why not?
No, we paid him. He's done it. Yeah, the shoes are back on. We're something else next week. Something else next week. Okay.
If you'd like Karl to humiliate himself for money, email in.
Well, Suzanne was surprised that I was like, last night I told her about it, and I
Oh,
said,
why did you do that? I don't know what I feel now. That's not good. I don't know, that's not good, is it?
and she just said, well, you don't like chucking money away, and that. And it was funny, because we got talking about, when we bought our first flat in Manchester, right? I bought a bed, right? I didn't have much money. And, what annoyed me is, I bought the bed and it turned up. And I said, where's the mattress? And they said, well, you don't get a mattress with the bed, you got to buy that separately. And I was like, well, that's not a bed then, right? So I didn't have any more money. Suzanne's at work, so I thought, well, I don't want to stress her out at work and that, so I know we haven't got a mattress for the bed. I had a word with my dad, right? He knew a mate who had one in the back of a van, right? He said, I'll have a word with him, he'll let you have it. Got the van, brought it round, stunk of diesel and that, but I thought, well, it's free, it'll do. Yeah. They brought it up, I stuck it in the spare room. Suzanne got home, she looked at the bed, she said, that looks alright. She said, where's the mattress? I said, it's in the next room, but I thought I won't tell her because
Sure.
she won't like the idea. She went in, just the room stunk of like petrol fumes and that.
Yeah.
She said, what's going on? I said, well, a mattress didn't come with a bed. So I've sorted you one out, I've got this off my dad. And we didn't have one night on it. She said, get rid of it.
Yeah.
I had to go and ditch it.
I don't know what she was thinking. One of your father's friends is driving around in a van with a mattress in the back.
Yeah. Was he a serial killer?
I mean... And she didn't want to sleep on it.
Let's have Silence of the Lamb.
What kind of a cheapskate is she? What kind of a woman is she? That she won't sleep on a mattress that has been in the back of a transit van.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Since
covered in
1985.
petrol, diesel, probably urine, and Christ knows what else. Oh.
So,
Would you swap pants with Steve for 50 quid now? You don't have to look at him, you go in the toilet, he takes his pants off in the toilet, leaves them there, you go in, right? You come out with your trousers on, you go in, right? Take your pants off, put his pants on, leave your pants in the toilet, come out, you got his pants on, he goes in there, you come out, you swap pants. At the end of the show, you put it back. How much?
When you say pants, what do you mean?
Just
Jeans?
underpants.
No, I'm not doing underpants.
Why? Why not?
Seriously, these were fresh on Thursday.
Yeah, but
For the
I mean,
BAFTAs. For the awards, the Sony.
do you know what I mean? But I mean, just name your price. It's gonna be more than 20 quid. It's gonna be more than 20 quid. It's gonna be like 80 quid upwards, I think.
No, clean on today. They
Yeah.
were clean on today in their boxes.
It's as bad for him as you. Don't remember that.
Thanks for that.
50 quid?
Really? Play a record.
No, hang on, you just said you'll give me 50 quid.
If you go and swap pants. I don't know what's in it for me, I don't know why I'm doing this. It started off as torturing Karl, but not only am I out of pocket, I don't actually want you two to swap pants or touch my ankles.
Well, Steve isn't
I don't know
saying
what
no.
I've done, this is, I'm the victim here. I've paid out and I don't even like it. Play a record, I want to think about this.
I've got 50 quid if you... as long as we can swap the pants, but both be in the room at the same time.
Band of Gold, by the artist who featured in, a recent Rockbuster, clue, which was, I think, the Jamaican fella needs an aspirin for his head, and that goes course to free the pain.
Brilliant.
Rockbuster's coming up, isn't it, Karl?
We set it up now. Get it going.
No, let's
I thought we weren't doing this anymore.
I know, I don't know what happened.
I don't know, I mean,
But I mean, we're shooting off in a couple of weeks, so
yeah.
what difference
Yeah.
does it make?
Well, we might as well. Now you've mentioned it, it's a good time.
Go on then.
Right? 3 cryptic clues, like the one you just heard there. First one.
Cryptic, I like that. Is cryptic a word?
First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. Right, that's the cryptic clue. My younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials JS. JF's for the band. Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers Kid.
The way he looks up, like, it's Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
It's, oh.
That champagne belongs to the Boxers Kid. The initials are AM. And the third one, the Vibrators. And the initial B.
What?
Right? The Vibrators. And the initial is B. So the first one, my younger brother spotted you the other day.
Oh, I know that one, that's ridiculous.
JS.
The phone's going.
Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers Kid. AM. And the third one, the Vibrators, the initial B. So, email in, and you win. We can say the prizes later, can't you?
Well, I tell you what, this is terrible. I mean, we didn't even say the prizes, we weren't going to do this. The phone's going. Look at the phones, are going mental.
Alright, well,
Karl, did you ever do paintings and drawings at school and then bring them home and your mum put them on the fridge?
no, not really. I never brought them home.
What, did you just screw them up and throw them in the bin?
I just left them at school.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd never had a bag. Alright?
Radiohead. There, on XFM 104.9. You see,
Sick of it.
no, wait, this is giving me an idea, because, I think, what the best thing about this show is what happens when the records are playing. Because we sort of, that's an example, inarticulate. Yeah? Didn't have anything planned. Well, I started my mouth moving, but I didn't have anything planned.
Yeah.
Like,
Why was that? Why don't you have anything planned there?
What?
Why didn't you know what you're going to say then?
Because,
What were you doing when Radiohead was on?
I made Karl a new uniform that he has to wear in the second hour. What did I do?
You got tissue paper,
Yeah. Toilet roll, yeah.
ripped a bit off,
Yeah.
made a little tie for me, and put some in my ears.
Yeah, so he had earplugs and matching tie.
Yeah.
And he looked good, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had earplugs and matching tie, and I squeezed it in there, and he went, I can't, it'll irritate me. So, I'm thinking of things all the time to make this more fun for me.
Yes.
And it is just like that.
Sorry, a quick question. Steve, just want to raise a little point.
Go on.
You say that you're spending most of your time thinking about how you can make this more entertaining for yourself.
Yeah.
Is it worth ever considering the listeners?
Well, I think that if
you're happy, they're happy. I'm not sure that's true. I've been monitoring a lot of the feedback on the email and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be the case.
But that's because Karl won't go along with stuff.
Sure.
I mean, they could see on the webcam his little matching earplugs and tie that I made. I just did a cartoon that went for £350, right? On the website, right? So that's one now, yeah, we're gonna make it really good, we're gonna give them lots of stuff and sign DVDs and everything, so that's great. 350 quid. Who was it?
I think her name was Joanne. It's not definite yet, because we haven't got the money off her.
Well, she's you know, you gotta trust them, ain't you? And so, I think people would love to have had a matching, you know, I'd have signed it and everything, little matching earplugs and necktie made out of toilet roll.
Yeah.
You know, and he don't want to wear it. But I had a great idea for a show, right? We filmed the behind the scenes, right, of each show. So, you know, you get a CD of what went out, but you saw what happened behind the scenes, right? And it follows us through a week, right? And it's called X-Men 3.
Ah, I see, because of XFM.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we can film all Karl, what Karl looks like when I'm squeezing his head, what he's like when we're trying to make him touch us, all that sort of stuff, when he's getting all stressed out in the day and we just pop up, right, what he looks like, his little head, everything.
And would this be broadcast on TV? Or?
I think so. I think Choice, something like BBC Three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it's because I mean, I'm very much in the centre of the storm. I'm very much the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
And I know that I myself would not want to watch that.
Really?
No, because it's...
Any negative, Karl? He was like this when you came up with Cheap as Chimps. He wanted to drop Rockbusters. What was the other thing he didn't like?
That other TV idea I had.
Yeah, what, putting a baby in a room, setting it on fire and see if it can make his way out?
Setting the room on fire. Let's not get silly.
No, but he didn't like that, did he?
I mean, I don't want to sort of... I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it does seem to me that my criticism of those things is probably justified. I mean, Cheap as Chimps.
Yeah.
Where is it now?
Well,
Donald McIntyre took it.
Not really, Karl, not really. It is but a pitiful memory. Both your game show ideas terrible. This TV show idea, I think, again, it's only interesting to you, Rick. This is what you fail to realise. You've got no sense of the greater public. To be honest, I'm just taking this from what people are emailing in. They're not interested in Karl.
I don't read the emails.
They're not interested in Karl.
I don't read the emails. They're not interested in Karl?
They're not interested in Karl.
But if we did a documentary about him, like they did about Oliver, the human Z, or
that's a different case.
Or the girl that was older than her mum, or, you know, all those other sort of things. I think if we actually did a definitive documentary and got in doctors to talk about him, and showed him...
That psychiatrist from Big Brother.
Yeah, and just talked about it, and then showed him in his environment, I think it'd be brilliant. I think it'd be a brilliant show.
But I think that's interesting. I think you're right. Some kind of anthropological study of Karl, fascinating. You making a little neckerchief for him, I'm not so convinced.
But that'll all be part of it. Play record, let's think about this, because I think this is an idea. If any broadcasters are listening, like Greg Dyke, or, you know, we'd even go to Channel 5 with this, I think, wouldn't we?
I mean, alternatively, if you'd like to, incorporate Karl into some kind of Blue Peter appeal...
Let's do so much. Let's just get Karl. Look at his face. How could you not... See, a lot of people still don't know what you look like, Karl. Play record. Turing Breaks. Painkiller on XFM 104.9.
A couple of emails, Rick, that I ought to notify you about. Holly has emailed in. She wants us to wish her good luck. She says that she's one of 15,000 women who will be walking 26 miles around London starting at midnight tonight in their bras to raise money for breast cancer research.
Prostitutes?
No, just regular ladies, I think.
Oh, right.
But I was at a loose end, so that's something for me to do. I'll pop down and support them.
Also, we've got to say hello to Sonia, who's it's her 18th birthday, and we're going to play a little Smiths track for her later. So we're trying to
be interactive.
Yeah. I've seen how other DJs do it. They have phones. They go, and how are you celebrating tonight? Oh, we're just going out, Foxy. Have a good time. Here we go. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got to be. I've guessed we had Chris Martin in from Coldplay, which is going to be a lot.
Well, Chris is still here.
Hello.
Chris, how did you come up with the ideas for your songs?
Just make them up in my head with the guitar.
And, how old are you now?
28.
Thanks very much for that. More from Chris Martin later, I imagine.
Cheers.
And we've also had an email...
Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. We've also had an email from Jim. It's as easy as that. We've had an email from Jim. He says, on the subject of the postcards, his brother once met the bloke who posed for the photo on those biros that when you tip them up, the black ink kind of sinks away, and it shows him nude. And he was apparently an aspiring model, and he got paid $75 for it in Hong Kong in the 70s.
Karl, would you have done that? Would you pose nude for a pen for $75? I mean, inflation, can't it? Let's double it every 10 years, say. So, yeah, so 150, 300. I'll give you 600 quid to post news for biros that we give away for XFM.
An XFM biro, where your clothes sink away when you turn it upside down.
And what sort of shape was this fella in? Did
He's in pretty good shape, yeah, I think.
600 quid.
Yeah. I'll make it back on selling the pens.
No, I won't do that.
I always remember being at school, the first time I ever encountered one of those pens, there was a kid at school, Jason, and he had one of those pens and he turned it upside down, and it was where the woman's clothes sink away and she's naked.
Yeah.
And I remember sort of seeing it and him showing it to everyone, all the young lads, and them thinking, this is amazing. And I always remember thinking it was like the idea that it was sort of a way to cheat teachers. Oh, there's Jason, he's just got a pen there with a picture of a woman wearing some clothes, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If he brings a porn mag in, I'll have him.
He's out.
But, yeah, but I can't.
But I've always imagined, can you imagine how embarrassing would it be to be caught masturbating over one of those pens?
Businessman.
Yeah, exactly. His wife catches him.
I'm going to sorry, what are you doing?
I'm just doing some writing with this regular pen.
Right, what?
Well, no, don't turn it upside down.
Can I just come round where you're sitting and just say, why are you naked?
The only thing I think more embarrassing would be to be caught masturbating looking into a mirror.
Well, for you maybe, for me and Karl, right?
We should give the Rockbusters clues again, one final time before we give out the answers. And I should mention the prizes as well, if you still want to enter. We've got various things, a couple of CDs, a Smash Hits CD.
Right, looking into a mirror.
Let's move on from that. Club Anthems 2003, Strange and Beautiful.
Eh? I hate being nude anyway.
Why? What do you mean you hate being nude?
It's not normal if you walk about. Do you walk about the house without on?
No, because we've got windows.
Yeah, but alright, with the blind shut or whatever.
Well, I have a bath.
No, but say like with, you know, with Jane and that. Are you happy walking about?
No, I'll walk around in my pants or a towel. I won't purposely walk around nude for the sake of it, no.
No, I know, so, but in the morning I don't mind when I get up.
Yeah.
I go for a shower. But I don't sort of flaunt it about. I just wondered if that's normal, or...
Well, no, what do you mean, is it normal? If there's no one can see you, then...
No, like, but your girlfriend's in and that. But what I mean is...
Yeah.
It's like... You can put a pair of pants on, can't you? Do you know, all I'm saying is...
Well, put Steve's on if you want.
Yeah, for 30 quid.
What do you want? Do you want to put a pair of pants on now?
No, it's just like you're asking me to do it for a pen.
What would you do, right? What would you do, right, if, you did that thing with Steve and you left your pants in there, you went and you put his on, but it was sort of like, it was damp.
Right, so Rockbusters then, we'll get this out of the way, right?
So the prizes, Karl, mentioned there's a number of CDs, we've also got Wild Weather, a fascinating, it looks like 2 VHS set about weather, about various weather conditions around the world. That must be selling like hotcakes.
Sean Lloyd could be in that now,
yeah,
couldn't she?
indeed. And, also signed by Norman. It's Fatboy Slim's Big Beach Boutique. That must have been troublesome for, the station that, that has, you know, close ties with Norman to get hold of, but well done. And, that's Fatboy Slim, Big Beach Boutique. So, yeah, there's a number of not bad prizes to give away there. And the clues were, Karl?
First one was, my younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials JS. We had, That Champagne Belongs to the Boxer's Kid. That was AM. And, third one, the vibrators.
That's rubbish, that one.
And the initial B.
We'll give away the prizes and the answers next.
What, we gonna play a record, or what we got coming up? We got Monkey News.
Yeah, we got that. We got,
got loads, too numerous to mention at the moment.
We got any adverts?
Got some of them.
Oh, brilliant.
Cram them in later.
Excellent, look forward to them.
Joe Jackson.
Good track. Good tune.
Well, it's on.
Different for girls. Joe Jackson on XFM 104.9. A retro cut. Bit of Monkey News would be good, Karl, if you got that. We're struggling here. We're struggling, Steve.
Wait a minute. You say that, but wait a minute, the answers for Rockbusters are coming up right now. So, you thought people were turning off?
Oh, my God. Oh, what have we done? We've done Take My Shoes Off for Money. Take My Shoes Off for Money. We've done that. We've done, oh, look at these funny postcard breasts. And, we've done We Didn't Win a Sony. Coming up,
regular features.
Jeez, got nothing, have we?
Come on.
Sometimes it's good. Come on, Karl, save us. You've got to save us.
So Rockbusters answers then. Are we doing them now, Steve?
Yeah.
Right. First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials there, JS. That was Junior Senior. Right?
Yeah, good. I'll give you that.
Second one, That Champagne Belongs to the Boxer's Kid. That was AM. That was Alison's Moye. Alison's Moye. Alison Moye. for the
Sorry,
second
just
one.
give us the clue again.
That champagne belongs to the boxer's kid.
So, Muhammad Ali's son.
Yeah.
Right,
And a bit
Alison's Moye.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then third one, always an easy one in there for everyone so they can take part. The vibrators, the initials, B, that's Buzzcocks.
You can't say cocks.
We've
That's
been
why
through
we
this
with the
before.
war. That's why you can't say cocks.
Have we got a winner?
We have indeed. I chose him because his name amused me, which is a bit
It's not
harsh.
Mr. Tits.
No. Gerald Preston. Sorry, Gerald. I don't know why that tickled me. It's so
That
unfair.
only tickled me because it's not funny. There's
so
nothing funny
unfair.
with Gerald Preston. There is nothing funny.
I think
with
it was because it sounded like it was a man of a different generation. I think that was why it
Gerald
sounded,
Preston.
it sounded like...
That's terrible.
I know.
Right, Gerald, there's nothing funny about that name.
There's nothing funny about the name, Gerald.
Steve just made me laugh. He did.
I don't know why that made us laugh, but it just tickled me.
Oh,
but Gerald, whatever you think of your name, don't worry because these prizes
There's
including
nothing funny
Fatboy
about
Slim.
Gerald Preston.
I don't know, Gerald, if you're a fan of Wild Weather, but you've got a 2VH set coming to your way, so you certainly will be interested in extreme weather conditions by the end of that, I would have thought. Plus some
dear.
arbitrary CDs. So good luck, Jerry.
Oh dear. Excellent. Right, brilliant.
Good. That's that sorted. Right, let's have another tune and then maybe some monkey news.
Yeah.
Well, actually, now you've sort of mentioned a bit of monkey news, that I've found something in the week, right, that we've talked about in the past, right, that I've got some other monkey stuff, but this is just, oh, forget it.
What? Come on! What's the matter with you?
Right, do you know that thing we did ages ago?
What?
When we were out one day and we're talking about monkeys in a room with a PC, and if you leave them in there long enough.
Yeah, eventually an infinite amount of monkeys, or one monkey in an infinite amount of time, will eventually type the complete works of Shakespeare, yeah.
Right, we talked about that ages ago.
Yeah.
I said it wouldn't happen.
No, it doesn't make sense. You can't say it wouldn't happen, it doesn't make sense. It's a mathematical conundrum. It doesn't
Anyway.
make sense. Go on.
Anyway, right, they got a couple of monkeys.
Alright, so not an infinite amount then.
Okay, so, alright, but never mind.
Yeah.
Got a couple of monkeys, put it in a room.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one PC or they got a job lot or whatever,
Not an infinite amount then.
and left them in there for a month.
Oh, not an infinite amount of time then, either.
Okay.
So 2 monkeys a month. Okay, go on. Yeah, I see the experiment's working so
about,
far.
about 8 monkeys.
Oh, 8 monkeys. Oh, let me just work that out as a fraction of infinity. It's infinity, 8 into infinity. Oh God, a month.
And what happened then, Karl? Did they type the complete works of Shakespeare? I'm assuming they
No,
did.
no, they only did a proportion of it.
Okay, what
They
did
just did Macbeth.
What happened then, Karl? Please tell us.
They didn't have anything. They didn't come up with anything.
You're an idiot, Karl. You really are an idiot. Play a record. That's ridiculous. What did you expect? What did you expect?
Yeah,
A bit of Keats.
No,
And Pastry
no.
of the Radio Times by one of them, the cleverest one.
No, but what they did say is they didn't even write one word out.
One, no, you don't, no, infinity or nothing. That's the point. There's a big leap between any number you could think of and infinity. In fact, an infinite leap. Do you understand the concept of infinity? Don't rub your eyes. I lost him on Do You?
Yeah.
Didn't I? Right, play a
Did
record.
Did they type nothing from like any of the Tarzan books?
Nothing.
But they must have read them. I mean, that would be their favourite, surely. I'm stunned.
I can't believe they didn't even do like a transcript of Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. They must have chose some really thick monkeys.
They didn't type any of Charlton Heston's speeches from Planet of the Apes.
I can't believe it.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You'd have thought 6 monkeys in a month would have done something.
Yeah. At least a script for BJ and the Bear. The irony being, of course, in BJ and the Bear, that it was a monkey, not a bear.
Really? Stuck in a moment. You can't get out of it by you two. I know how they feel.
Oh, just a quick thought. I just had a sudden thought. Just a little update on something we talked about ages ago on the show. You might remember I said once that if I ever met Dido, I thought I had a good chance with her.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she looks like the sort of woman that would work in, say, a photocopying shop.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she'd probably be quite charmed by me.
Or a
and stuff.
secretary that sort of like wrote a couple of songs.
Exactly.
And the boss said, entered her in something.
Yeah.
And it won.
She did them at the Christmas party. Everyone clapped.
Exactly, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, just an update on that. So far, nothing's happened.
You haven't met her?
Nothing's going
No,
on, so
okay.
I'll keep you posted on that, Rick. I know you're interested.
I imagine it's a foregone conclusion when you do, though. That's
only
the
a matter
beauty
of
of it.
time.
It's, you know, when I hear you met her, you don't need to say any more.
Okay, well, I'll just
say,
I'll let you know.
wink and say, I met Dido last night, and I go,
Yeah,
say no more.
exactly.
You don't need...
I'll just look a little bleary-eyed.
Yeah, yeah.
And probably still wearing the same clothes.
From the mace.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Anyway, I just thought I'd keep you abreast of that.
Yeah. All the best from London, Karl. Come on, Karl, cheer up.
Talking of tits,
you've had a good
Karl.
week.
Do you have to do a month's notice?
little bit of friction between Steve and Karl. I think they're, you know, they're getting to each other, which is,
his underpants are pinching.
Come on, Karl, cheer up. You're lucky. You know how many people would pay good money to...
Karl, you had a good night out this week. You went to the Sony's, you had a free meal.
Yeah, that annoyed me. I don't...
You know, we came away empty-handed, but
Yeah.
it was a good night, wasn't it? You enjoyed that?
Do you enjoy that? I ate it, but go on.
I'm just finding more and more things are annoying me.
Really?
Like, even... Like, at that Sony's night, right, you've got a lot of, respectable people going to that thing, you know, people who are high up at the BBC and that.
Yeah.
And... just the way, you know, it's a posh night, there's people there with dinner jackets on and stuff.
Mm.
And then I went to the toilet for a wee. Old fella in there. I thought he looks like he's been in the, you know, the radio game for years, probably done loads of award-winning Sony stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all the BBC documentaries to do, in-depth stuff, and I thought, you know, I wonder if I'll be like him when I'm older, I wonder if I'm as good as him. Thinking all that, he's having a wee in the next urinal. Farts.
I know. Yeah.
He just farts. Old fella in a dinner jacket, probably hired. And I thought,
But is that,
even
is
showing
that like
respect to
they
that.
try to, they think, well, I better do it in here, and it's sort of like a trumpet, and everyone just goes, yeah, that's fine, what's up with that? You know, yeah, I know what you mean. It's just the arrogance of doing
He
it.
just did it. It sounded like a lost whale. and he didn't sort of go and try and clinch it. It carried on, and then he went, oh, that was a good one.
Really?
Old fella, must have been about 70.
Oh, dear.
And
Well, better out than in.
Yeah.
but it's not though. I wasn't brought up like that. You see,
Right.
because I did it. I mean, I never really did it that much as a kid,
Sure.
and then I was at my mum and dad's.
You never did it that much as a kid. What, farted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just like, you know, as a joke and that.
We are taping this for next year's Sony Award, aren't we? We're taping this, what we're talking about now, aren't we? To hand in. Because this is, go on.
But I was at my mum and dad's, right? And, Suzanne was sat on the floor in front of me, and she was like, oh, rub my neck, it's hurting. So I thought, oh, and I hate doing that, it really it bores me,
Well,
right?
she's your girlfriend, for goodness
I
sake.
know, Dale Winton's different, you're getting paid for that, go on.
So I thought, the only way to shift her, I'll let one go, right? So I did that.
It's such a loving relationship.
I love that, that's great!
So
Like
she's-
doing the washing up badly.
Yeah.
She won't ask me again, what have you done? I've smashed the cups up and I've written in excrement across the wall. Well, that's no good, isn't it? Well, I won't do it again
Give me
then.
the marigolds, I'll do it.
I've nailed the cat to the fridge, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, so I did that, and it worked. She sort of got up and said, oh, and my dad said, what you do that for?
Yeah. What was he thinking?
So I said, oh, I hate rubbing her neck, does me head in. So he says, you know, I've never trumped in front of your mother for 40 years.
Sorry, where was this? Chigley? Why is this family talking like this? Young Karl, I've never trumped in front of your mother in 35 years. What? I don't know what...
No, it's just that he said, you know, we've done a lot of things in the family that I'm
Hold
not
on,
proud
what
of and
did he say that for? What, he's never trumped in front of your mother?
He just offered that information up.
Well, he just was surprised that I did it. He said, where have you got that from?
Yeah.
Whoa, you're lowering intestines, I thought. What do you mean? Imagine there's a class of farting. Oh, we haven't told our kids about farting. He doesn't do it. We haven't told him about it. We don't do it in front of him. You have to learn it, do you?
No, but there's a place. That's what I was always told.
Go on.
There's a place for that.
Cornwall.
So, and my mum, you know, it's the same. She doesn't do it.
Right.
If she goes to the toilet to, you know, do what you got to do, she makes sure, like, she'll sort of say things like, "Are you going out for a walk?"
Are you going out for a walk?
Does she think? Does she know that you're broadcasting this?
Well, yeah.
She's probably around at the neighbours now, listening.
Yeah.
Any of you going out for a walk?
Yeah, just at the door.
So she waits until everyone's left, or?
She doesn't like the thought that everyone... Do you know, like, cats don't like you staring at them when they're doing it?
I've never stared at a cat while it was doing anything.
Have you ever had a pet cat?
What do you mean? Yeah, go on.
No, it's just that cats, you know, if you get them a little litter tray...
Yeah.
I remember being told, like, now, when it does use it, don't sort of go and look at it. But it puts it off. I was the same as a kid. I didn't... When I had a nappy...
Who comes and looks at you when you're on the bottom?
No, when I was a kid and I was in a nappy, right,
Yeah.
I used to always, like, there was a corner in the kitchen that I'd always go to. And everyone would be
Why
like...
do you go to the toilet?
Because I had a nappy on.
Oh, yeah. Right, how old were you?
14th birthday?
About 3 or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And I used to always go to this corner, and
Yeah.
everyone said, right, he's going to the corner, don't stare at him.
The thing is, I can so imagine you because you've got the same head.
Yeah, you look like a baby.
It's just the baby's head. Putting that. Would you put a nappy on for 50 quid?
Now.
Yeah. Just sitting, do your work, right?
Well, anyway,
sit in the
right,
corner.
So I'm not doing that, right?
Come on.
So yeah, my mum's like that, and something else she's good. I mean, people might not know.
At dinner party, oh, that's Mrs. Pilkington just in the corner, just, don't look at her.
Yeah, don't look at Mrs. P.
She's just in the corner of our kitchen, don't, just look away. What's she doing? She's just doing her business. There she is squatting. Are you going for a walk?
Sorry, you were saying, Karl.
Another trick I've learnt from her, right? If you're using, say, a friend's toilet or something, and, you don't want to leave your mark, just
Go down the toilet and flush it.
take a box of matches with you.
Yes.
Yeah. What the
the girls calls it a distraction.
Burn the place down, have a wonderful crap, and just leave when the fire brigade get there.
Forget it.
Who is it?
It's Vines.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
We don't go brilliant, do you? If you're going to talk, you do say something useful.
There you go. Vines there, homesick.
Brilliant. No, Carl, we should do monkey news now, because I know you want to save it, but I think you should put your best stuff first. You never know what will happen, you know what I mean? Always put your best stuff out there.
Let me just get it out of the,
Okay, well, while he's getting it, could we have a jingle for monkey news?
Yeah. Chimpanzee that monkey news.
Tell you what, right, about putting your best stuff first.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know we were saying the other week about in Chinatown?
Not really a town.
Well, it's not a town, right? And like the restaurants, they have like
those old dead ducks and chickens just hanging in the window, yeah.
an octopus and all that just hanging there.
Yeah.
And that doesn't like make you want to go in, does it?
No, sure.
This morning, walking through Soho on the way in, walked past this sort of strip joint place. This woman said, "Do you want to come in, sir?" Right, turned round, she must have been about 80.
So, you're equating her to a hangy bit of octopus.
Well,
you said, are you performing?
And a chicken.
I'm just saying, again, put your best stuff at the front door.
Yeah, good thinking.
Right, anyway, bit of monkey news that's been sent in.
Right.
Gareth, in Catford.
Right.
Good work, Gary.
Basically, it's about this monkey
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in the jungle.
Yeah.
It's got a gig at an hairdresser's.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's got itself a nice little job going in an hairdresser's.
As what?
It gets people sitting down, and what it does before the people have their hair cut, that it sort of sits there, and it goes through people's hair, makes sure it's clean, and people are loving it.
Right,
People-
backtrack
So
slightly.
it's a pet monkey. It's nothing to do with it getting a gig in an hairdresser's. It's a pet monkey.
It's not working at Monkey and Guy.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's in there. I think it might have started off as a job, and then
So what
what
does it say? It says junior £15, stylist £35, monkey £63.
Sorry, I
Cut and
didn't
blow
quite
dry.
follow. It's in the jungle.
It was wandering about. And maybe it did
But
start
it looks good, its hair looks good, someone thought, hang
Yeah,
on.
but never ever, you see, people make that mistake with hairdressers anyway. I always say, well, if the hairdresser's got a good haircut, go to where he's going.
Right.
Right? Because that's what I thought when I read it, about having a good haircut.
How often
right?
do you go to the hairdressers?
Well, not that much anymore, but I used to always think that.
Yeah.
You used to go to a bloke who told me had his shack on a railway bridge that used to shake when a train went over.
Yeah.
Because it was £2.
Yeah, but before that, I've never had that much luck with hairdressers. Before that was another place, and it was run by sort of, you know, these sort of wannabe gangster type people.
Oh yeah.
But they'd, you know, you'd go in
What
for
do you mean by
haircut.
wannabe gangsters?
Well, sort of just petty crime stuff. You'd go in for a haircut and then you'd walk out with a video recorder. Do you know what I mean?
You
You'd
don't
say-
have to take it.
No, but they'd sort of spend ages flogging you that whilst cutting your hair. It was their thing. It's like, right, sit down, you alright?
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
know.
not for the weekend? What do you think of? Maybe a Sony. Yeah.
So that's when I stopped going there, because it was like, just what a haircut, I don't want to be hassled by
Which
stuff.
one said that you had the hair of a Chinaman?
It's the fella who works in a railway station haircut.
Well, he should
saloon.
know. I mean, he's been around a bit, clearly, if he runs a shack next to a railway station.
So,
Can we just go back to Monkey News for
yeah,
a second?
so anyway, that's all, yeah.
I didn't quite follow why he's still his salon is in the jungle, or where is it?
No, he was doing what he does in the jungle, right?
Right.
He's walking about, he wanders into the hairdressers.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have him on, like, as a job straight away, he was just there.
He was
People
training,
said, this is
yeah.
nice. He's sat there picking the nits and what have you.
Carl, I don't know where to start.
Then-
it's just it's the embellishment. You don't he walked from a jungle to an hairdresser's. I mean, you're an idiot. You really are an idiot. I'd love to see you try and get a job in an hairdresser if there was another monkey up for it. You'd never get a job.
So he was good at that. People said this is relaxing. Apparently he had really nice hands, soothing,
Yes.
right, on people's heads. They said, let's put him on the payroll. So
Let's put him on the payroll. What do you mean?
yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, this is the news item, is it? Customers are queuing up to have their hair done at a salon in the jungle
There you go.
by a monkey. Judy, a pig-tailed macaque, has a reputation as the best exterminator of head lice in Comcane.
There you go.
She is so good, some customers fall asleep under her gentle touch. Regular Amperon Chekema said, Judy's hands are so soft and gentle, I really feel I can relax.
But you know that is doing what it does naturally. It's looking for, like, salt and stuff in the hair.
Yeah.
And nits. It's not on the payroll. It doesn't complain about when it gets deducted at national insurance.
It's not part of the union.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But a good monkey news, you know, backed up with good tabloid journalism.
With solid
Yeah.
evidence there.
So,
Now I think maybe we should start marking the monkey news, Rick. I don't know what you think, giving it marks out of 10 maybe. For both interest and validity.
well, for interest, I'll give it 7. For Karl believing that there was something to this monkey, thinking it had a job and getting paid.
That it was also doing kind of perms
2.
and colouring.
2.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Again. Ridiculous.
More monkey news next week. Hopefully let's just hear that jingle again.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news. Peace Train. Isn't that brilliant? Cat Stevens. Now, well, I've sort of enjoyed the last sort of, hour or so after disappointment of the Sonys. I think we are going to give up, to be honest. Do another week and then shoot off.
Yeah, knock it on the head.
Okay. We were doing it for a laugh anyway. But
If they're not going to reward us for that, then
do you know what I mean?
It's not really worth it.
But I'll tell you what could. But what about this, Karl? Can you find out who was on the panel? Can you?
But what difference does it make?
Well, I want you to interview. I want you to phone them up and I want to tell them why they didn't think our show was any
Yeah,
good.
let them explain themselves.
Just explain themselves. They've got to stand by their convictions. Find them all. Track them down. There's probably about
Yeah, but
300.
what do you expect then?
I
They're
want
not
to tell
gonna
the
say,
truth.
no,
I want-
you're right, the monkey news should have, done the job for you.
I just want people. I don't want to sit in a room and hide. I want the 3 people on the panel. I'll find them out to say we didn't vote for you because we thought it was shoddy, amateurish, annoying. There was too much swearing. I'll go, fair enough. Well done, mate. We didn't vote for you because Karl's voice is an irritant. Okay? Okay? Well done, mate. You're alright. We didn't vote for you because, Gervais, you're a fat, useless git who understands nothing about broadcasting. And your
Now
mate
that guy knows
Steve...
something.
yeah. And I go, right, I'm not so happy with that, but at least you told the truth. But get them on the phone. Find out from Andrew.
I noticed none of them have mentioned me, which is good.
I know,
think I'm pretty good.
Yeah. They probably all love Steve.
No one likes to pick on an invalid, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm just...
We got a player request here for, what's her name, don't believe it's Sonia, who's 18 today. We couldn't find William. It was really nothing wordsmith because, whoever is in charge of the library, I mean, they probably won an award for it. But, you know, she didn't ask for 4 non-blondes, so I found There Is a Light by the Smiths. So, a week to go. Blur and Out of Time. They're joking, there's 2 hours to go. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. A new leaf, bit of a blow at the, Sonys. Not like that. I mean, you know, we were taken aback.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. We've got guests. Jonathan Ross won, and he has guests, so we're gonna have guests in. One of which is, sort of a tie-in. He's gonna explain himself. It's, Dr. Fox, Dr. Neil Fox. Popped in for a chat. It's a pre-record, we've got that. Although live, in the second hour, we're gonna have a chat to the girls from Tattoo, who are, upstairs at the moment in Capital, and they're gonna pop down and have a little chat with us. So we're really trying to, you know, make this more of an interactive show. We don't know yet whether we're gonna give up, or not. It depends how this show goes. Yeah, look forward to that, but we got some great, we went down to the big library, so we don't have to rely on 4 non-blondes and the, you know, the 2 jam tracks that are up here. We went down to the big library, and, we've got some great tracks, Steve, haven't we? We've got some classics. Should we play one now?
Well, before that, I just remember that some of the criticism we received, I think, was that we're perhaps not taking into consideration the listeners. A lot of radio shows, they cater very much to the community, to the area which they're broadcasting. They interact with the listenership.
Where's the fun in that?
I agree.
Well, for me, really.
I'd just like to justify why we don't tend to correspond or interact with the listeners. Here's a typical email from Vicky, age 25. She asks, do you ski? Rick, that's her question.
No,
do you ski, yes or no?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Right, there you are. Thanks, Vic. Brilliant. Keep those coming in.
See, he's turned him against us, Karl. What do you think, Karl? What do you think of Steve's attitude there?
It's alright.
More insight like that coming later.
Black Grape, Kelly's Heroes, next FM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Okay? Proper radio. As you know, we're a bit gutted that we won nothing at the Sony Awards. We found out that, on the panel was, Dr. Fox, probably one of the greatest, DJs in the world.
One of the great living broadcasters.
I certainly think that he's up there.
Yeah.
With Tarrant, John O'Coleman. And so...
And Chris Moles.
Great Chris Moles. We asked him to... He's also on the, Pop Idol panel, so he can make and break people. So, we asked him, basically, to explain himself, why did we win nothing? Why were we so bad? This is what he had to say.
The award, guys, was called the Entertainment Award. Right, now, in itself, I think that should probably tell you something about what should be on the tape. There should be some entertainment. And, it just wasn't very entertaining, actually. I don't mean that sounds quite horrible sitting here in front of you now, but it just wasn't very entertaining.
But fundamentally, what elements did you not find entertaining?
The fact that it didn't seem to entertain me at all was part of it. I mean, it's a bit of like, how long's a piece of string, isn't it? What is entertaining?
We have talked about string on the show before, though.
Then there were loads of people I'd never heard of in my life. And some of those were perhaps a bit more entertaining than you. The people that got silver, I think they were called Joe and Twiggy. They worked for a station in the Midlands, I think Trent FM. They were actually pretty funny.
Funnier than ours stuff.
Yeah, yeah, they were actually. Yeah, they were funny. And they seem to sort of understand their local, they seem to understand their market a bit more. And then I got onto yours, I think, oh, great Ricky Gervais, yeah. He's really funny in that programme, isn't he? I must watch that. I'm gonna absolutely die laughing here. And, oh, God, it was painful.
How would you have improved it, just listening?
Bit of humour, quite good. Bit of humour, essential, I would think, to an entertainment show. A bit of prep, you know, so get in there and actually think about what it's going to do, perhaps.
Well, right, okay.
Well, thank you, Dr. Fox, for your honesty. We've got to the bottom. While you're here, can I just show you this? That lump. Do you still do prescriptions?
Dr. Fox there.
He was, you know,
He was honest, he was blunt.
He was blunt, you know, that's...
I'd like a second opinion. I'm only joking, he's not actually a doctor. In fact, well, he used to be called Dr. Fox, and now he just calls himself Neil Fox. I think he's been struck off.
No, he's Neil Fox, MD.
Right.
He's just...
I wondered if there was some malpractice, that something happened.
I mean, we
Someone
can't...
was under, and he sort of, you know, went a little bit crazy.
Let's leave it there!
Yeah.
Because Froggy will not take that lightly.
Who?
Froggy.
What do you mean, Froggy?
He's Dr. Frog now, he's changed it, he's not Fox.
Right,
he
right.
hated Fox.
But are we going to heed his criticism? Because it was about, there was no preparation,
Yeah.
we weren't funny, fair enough.
Yeah.
There was just really no content
We
in the
didn't
show.
care about
We didn't care about the show.
the demographic we were meant to be aiming at.
Just sounds like a lot of work, all that.
Well, I think what we can do is we can take it all on board and immediately forget it and carry on, because it's easier. What about that?
Brilliant.
I'll tell you what we could do, though. Play some bloody great tunes.
Well, thanks very much.
Athlete, you got the style on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, innit? Alright?
Brilliant.
Well, you know, the funny thing was, the day of the Sonys, the Radar figures came out. That's the body that tells exactly how many listeners you've got, etc. And, XFM went down a little bit, across the board. Except one show, Steve, that went up 34%.
Keep talking.
Well, what show do you think that was?
I'm trying to think, would it be Zoe Bourne? No. Would it be Christian Connell Breakfast Show?
No. It was this little mother of a show.
Really? Up 34%?
Yeah, everything else went down, we went up 34%.
Yeah.
So, maybe Dr. Fox should be listening to those figures.
Indeed.
Yeah, will we get a pay rise? Will we get a 34% pay rise, Karl?
Ooh, up to 80 quid a month.
No, because for the last, 2 years, there's been nothing there, and you've still been getting the same money, haven't you? That's the way it works.
There's been what, there?
You're not paid per listener, are you? It's just... You know what I mean?
It seems like it.
I think they've each given us 5 pence.
Exactly.
I went along to, I came in from the presenters meetings I've never been to before. A presenters meeting, I didn't know they existed. And I just came in to annoy Karl, it was about 5 to 6, so I was gonna get him as he knocked off, we were gonna have a
Sorry, and the presenters meeting is what? That's where they dish out which amusing news stories they're gonna read out, is it?
Yeah, or no, what order they're gonna play, Athlete, Coldplay,
Right.
the Vines. And, I went upstairs, all the people were there, and, quite interesting, wasn't it? Karl?
Yeah.
You know why the figures went down a little bit?
Go on.
The war.
Is that what they said?
The war, yeah. At one point, I said to Karl, just how many listeners died in this war then? Because I thought he was saying that they were at the front.
Yeah.
Or XLM listeners went, well, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to Iraq.
Well, the reason our listenership
Tell
went...
Zoe to tape it for me.
The reason our listenership went up is that just tells you who's listening to us. Cowards, yellow bellies, children, women,
people with fallen arches.
Terrorists.
Oh dear. Yeah, it was quite a good meeting. Now I saw some...
So what exactly, is there anything I missed out on? Is it
No,
important
they
information?
just, you know, it went down a little bit, except our show, which went up 34%.
Up 34%, but
Yeah,
no awards
remember
for that.
And then you went you went out afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to a bar to have a couple of drinks and that.
Yeah.
And then, a few of them went onto Stringfellas.
No, they didn't.
Well, some of them did. Zoe
Who?
did. Zoe and, a few of the office people and that. I went home.
Stringfellas?
Yeah.
To what? To watch lap dancing? To beat, what?
Yeah, that's what goes on there, isn't it? I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I've never been to Stringfellows, I don't know what happens there.
But, no. Why would they...
I don't know. I mean, I was talking to people about it the day after, and they said, oh, you missed out. And I said, well, did I? I said, well, how does it work? They said, well, you pay...
Never quite understood lap dancing. Never quite understood it. It's basically someone dancing naked rubbing their arse in your face.
Yeah.
That's basically the gist of it, is it?
But you can't... The rules is you can't touch.
Do they do a home service?
I just think it's nearly, I've got to be careful what I say here, but it's sort of, I'm dissing Stringfellows or anything, but is that not sort of like one step down from prostitution?
That's such an antiquated, what, are you from the 19th century?
No, but I mean, it's like, I don't quite understand it. I
don't get it. Because the thing is, I said, how does it work? They said, you pay 20 quid, you get some clean money, sort of like little vouchers that you stick in the knickers or whatever.
Oh, God.
Clean money?
Yeah.
Disinfected money. Okay.
Or just like vouchers.
Can you put loose change in there? Because I got a lot of that.
But,
I owe you.
Yeah.
yeah,
go on.
20 quid it is.
Right.
And, I just don't get it, because, I mean, I'm not tight with money or anything, but
No.
you pay your 20 quid, they dance in front of you, but you're not allowed to touch, which to me is like going to a restaurant, ordering a nice big warm dinner, they put it in front of you, and it's like, well, you can't eat it, and you're saying, but well, it's going cold.
I love the idea of some bloke sitting in Stringfellows, businessman, right, pays £20, there's an arse waving in his face, and he's going, can I not just... They go, don't touch. He goes, it's going cold! Look at it, it's going cold! Oh, that is brilliant. It's going cold. That is... I mean, see, Karl in the week was saying that he doesn't like sayings and phrases and metaphor and analogy, and I was going, you know, and he thinks it's sort of like, you know, one step away from poetry. But he comes out with the most evocative phrases. That is a straightforward analogy. Lap dancing is like being given a meal that you can't eat. See, that's great. That's how you saw it, and that's so much better than saying it's mad you can't touch or it's a waste, or you see what I mean? We were trying to inflame his enthusiasm in the week, and I said about different phrases, and he goes, well, why not just say the actual words? I was going, well, it's more poetic, and I told him the Isaac Newton one. If I have seen further than any other man, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. And I said, well, that's because, you know, he's saying, you know, I'm getting lauded for being this great scientist and all these discoveries and being a genius, but I'm saying, you know, if it wasn't for those scholars before me that had come up with what they come up with, you know, I wouldn't have got this far. Karl went, what did you say?
I just said, well, I prefer him to give me a name check. Do you know what I mean, though? If he stood there and he's saying how good everything is, don't just class me, don't sort of put me in with a load of other people. Give me a mention.
If you were one of the other scholars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were probably people that died sort of years before him. I think he's saying more that he's thanking the body of work these scientists and these great men had handed down, you know, through either books, material, teachings.
He's not giving a big shout out to the collective science posse.
Yeah, yeah. You know, thank you. Actually, I copied Nigel's. It's not saying that. I was like earwigging. I heard what Nigel said about it, about the third law. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I look into sayings and stuff a
Go
lot
on.
more and see if they work. Well, one that happened a couple of weeks ago, right? You were talking about the you can't have your cake and eat it. Is that what you said?
Well, I never understood that, because I thought, well, what's the point of having your cake and not eating it, rather like your lap dancing analogy? But it actually means you can't have eaten your cake and still have it there,
Yes,
obviously.
Exactly.
Well, the time that I saw that saying work, right? I was in Asda with Suzanne.
Yeah.
And you know those big binders you get with nice cakes in them
Yeah.
for birthdays and that? You can get one with like David Beckham on the front of it.
Yeah.
You can have one with, you know, Thomas the Tank Engine if you want.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have one of them. And I saw one of those comedy ones where it is like a big pair of breasts.
Yeah.
And that is when, you know, you can have your cake and eat tit.
Play record.
No, but you see
Play
what I'm
record.
saying?
Play record. Play record. I want to talk to you about it. About puns.
Just
Placebo. This picture with the androgynous vocal talents at the helm there of Brian Moloko on XFM 104.9. I'm Rick Gervais.
Informed
Yeah.
broadcasting.
Excellent.
Did you see, I'm sure, I don't know if Karl saw it, I know you watched it, Rick, it was extraordinary, it was a Sky One TV show the other night. It was something like, reality TV,
Oh, yeah,
I can't remember what it was called, yeah.
Excellent.
And it was about basically what, the
I
fortunes of
cannot
various,
get enough of it.
the fortunes of various reality TV stars, since they've come out of the show. Christine Hamilton coming out of the jungle. And obviously, once again, always a pleasure to find out what Fats Waller is up to, Rick Waller. I mean,
Oh, he's in
extraordinary.
a band now.
He's got his own band, he was playing in some club in Rochester. There was about
It's
20
sort of
people in
gospel,
the
sort of
audience.
gospel rock, that sort of soul gospel rock thing, like something you see in the Commitments or something. And
The
when it cut
leather-
to the audience, it was like it was in Butlins. It was just a big dance floor, and there was just people like watching indifferently. And you went, the people that were here loved it. I mean, it's a bit
And I
sad.
have to say,
I know.
the size of the man, his leather jacket,
I
Karl,
know.
was extraordinary. I don't know how many animals had to die to make it. It was like, you know, it was
It looked
unbelievable.
like if he'd have fallen off, it'd been like the Hindenburg,
Yeah.
because
It was like a Zeppelin.
oh,
It
the
was-
humanity.
It was
people-
extraordinary. I still think, when I see him wearing a kilt like that, it looks like he is stood on the shoulders of two other people. It's
Yeah.
just a joke.
Just a little
It's like
head.
a circus act or something.
Yeah.
Because his head doesn't make sense.
Looks like it's one of those things that you steam yourself in. You know, you put your head out that. And is that a machine you're in? No, it's a
Or
coat.
one of those old-fashioned iron lungs.
Oh dear.
But
But some
he's-
magic moments.
But there was a great, because once again, I mean, I missed a lot of the first series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, but it
Brilliant.
showed once again the moment with Darren Day. Darren Day, a lovely guy, but that moment where he went off and sat on a rock and came back, and he'd written a song.
I know.
Which he just, and I can't, it was also things like, I'm in a hotel room in another
I
town.
know. Don't.
And
do
it was just, it was like something you'd write when you were 14. It was unbelievable. They showed it again. It's just stunning.
I love songs you write when you're 14. It's like your first sort of like song where you know 3 chords, and it's always it's always stuff like, there's a man, he's a lonely man, take a look at him, he looks a bit like me.
Yeah.
It is me. It's that sort of thing, like when you want to play it to someone and you want them to go, my God, you're deep.
Yeah.
My God, you're brilliant, aren't you? And that's about you, is it? Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
I have to say, this is such a terrible confession. When I was doing a school play once, when I was about that age, 15, right, there was a girl who was in the cast with me, right, and she sort of, she was giving me the eye. I was thinking, yeah, well, I kind of thought she was, right? And
It was glass.
But there was another guy. There there as well. I was sort of competing for her affections.
Oh, no.
And he was quite a witty guy.
His name was Scott Hansen, he had long blonde hair.
Exactly, yeah. And I thought, well, the way to impress her, because I was 15 or whatever, I thought I was pretty smart. I sat in one of the adjoining dressing rooms, reading a copy of the philosophical book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which I didn't understand, but which I sat there reading it in the hope that she would walk in and think, my God, you're reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
You don't go with the crowd. You don't want to come next door where we're talking about nonsense and people are flirting.
We're talking about the bangles and
yeah.
curly whirlies.
You're in here saying, look, just, if you want to come and talk to me, you're welcome, but I'm not...
I'm a thinker.
I bet you thought you were Kwai Chang Kane, didn't you?
I thought it was like she'd think, Jesus Christ, I've never met anyone like him.
That is genius.
And I remember the one time she accidentally walked in, she went, oh, sorry, wrong room, and left again. And that was it.
Sorry, at 15, so this is about the time you took to wearing a bow tie to
I'm
impress
slightly younger
people.
wearing a bow tie.
I love that.
No, I used to watch a lot of Harold Lloyd films. And he always seemed to do very well.
I love it. I love the idea of at 15 you going, well, it's time I went to wooing. Right. Right, on with the bow tie. Where's the Zen?
Where's the pipe and my boat turn?
It's a time I got me a bow.
Yeah.
I love that. But songs are great as well. The other thing you do, sort of when you're about 15 and 16, is start writing songs about, like, the world's trying to take a piece of me. Hey, you think I'm going down? I'm coming back. I'm against the ropes.
Yeah.
They try to drag me down. It's like you want to be Cool Hand Luke. Yeah. They put me in this emotional prison.
The man's on my back. Who?
yeah. They try and take a piece of me. Who do? Well,
You're
you know,
14.
Parents and that, don't they?
You're
Sometimes.
incomprehensive.
The teachers. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I still remember a poem. I won't say his name. We're about 14, 15. And we had to write a poem, and obviously everyone's was pretty rubbish, but we mercilessly took the piss out of this bloke, because I still remember the poem, and how he did it is he went through a dictionary and found things with it, and this is a poem, right, okay, remember? I've remembered this for 25 years, right? The reason why I had to die, did I bleed the blood of greed, what was my destiny? And when we hear this, we were laughing. I mean, for a year, we would go, what was my destiny? It was just great.
Can I hear it again? I enjoyed
The reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny?
Oh, that's almost as catchy as Monkey News.
Oh, God! Oh! I've got some monkey news for you. Let's play a record and come back, and I've got some great monkey news for you, Carl.
That's from the R.E.M. album that people tend to forget about now because it was so kind of poppy and such a massive hit out of time, but there are some good tunes on it. And there's one of them, Near Wild Heaven.
Excellent, on XFM 104.9. Carl, watching a programme yesterday, and it was about these Japanese snow monkeys. And it was all about how animals learn things that aren't instinctive, particularly sort of primates, because they see other people doing it, and they start a culture. And they can pinpoint when one monkey first went down and got in the hot water springs and stayed there because it was hot, and the others copied them, and now it's part of almost a culture, you know, that won't be handed on because it's not instinctive, but has to be learnt each time. And you know, and they groom as normal like other monkeys, right? But they're really intelligent, and obviously the reason they groom other people, other monkeys, is because they eat the mites. But also the monkeys have learnt they like being groomed. Okay, so they showed this one monkey. It went to a deer. Okay, and it was grooming this deer to get its mite off it, right? But then it didn't eat it. It held it in its hand. It went over to a monkey, put the mite on itself to show the monkey it had a mite, and got a free grooming.
That's extraordinary.
That's extraordinary.
That is
because it
extraordinary.
gave up the food, knowing that if you put one there, this monkey would look for mites on it, and it would get a free grooming, and it was like having a little massage. What do you think of that?
It's not bad. I've got some better stuff coming up later.
On Monkey News, on the official.
Yeah,
Monkey
do you
News.
see that? Just see what mine though. Mine's true.
And that's an interesting and
It
extraordinary.
actually happened. It's
discovery.
social behaviour amongst primates. So I saw it. It was, you know.
Did it rob a bank, Rick, at any time?
It didn't rob a bank, and it didn't open a hairdresser's.
So that's what you're letting. That's where you're
I
letting
am.
yourself
It's
down.
not quite good enough, is it? My Monkey News.
No, I've got some.
See the difference where I named the species, explained it slightly, told you an interesting fact, as opposed to there's this monkey, right? And
Look at him looking
it's
at you.
Yeah,
He's not interested, Rick. Can I tell you now? Can I try and describe for people the face that Karl has? I'll tell you what it's like. It's like if you draw some eyes, a nose, and a mouth on a balloon, and then inflate it to about half full. That's what Karl's face looks like. That's what his head looks like. It looks like a face you've drawn on a balloon. Very small, the rest of the head huge.
It's just that today I'm a bit tired, right? That's one thing.
Why are you a bit tired?
I just haven't been sleeping, right?
Why not?
I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my head.
Oh, this would be like The Simpsons. If we could actually look in there, there would be two monkeys grooming now.
Plus, you've been talking about like stuff that I can't relate to and that. So I'm
What, writing poetry?
Like what?
Reading books?
yeah,
what?
doing poetry and stuff. I never did any of that.
What did you do?
Well, at school they didn't bother. They tried to get us to write more, right?
Right.
By
Giving you a pen?
well, they used to give us these school diaries,
Yeah.
little red book, and it was a way that they kept an eye on what you were doing out of school hours.
Right.
So some kids would write down, you know.
Stole a bike.
Yeah,
Burnt a
what
house down?
Yeah.
But when I was at school, around that sort of 12 age, I didn't get up to much. You have no money, there's nothing you can do. So every night it was the same thing. I'd get home, and I'd have to go to the shop, right, and get some potatoes and some bread every night, right. And I kept taking this into school.
Sorry, what was it? Dublin in the 17th century?
Yeah.
What do you mean every day you went to the shops and got potatoes and bread?
That's
kind of what I had to get all the time. That's what we had.
Why? What did you have? Chip sandwiches?
Yeah.
Right,
And,
so you went to the you went there
So I kept
with your hoop
putting
and
that.
stick.
yeah.
I kept putting that in the diary, you know, every night saying went to Gervais. That was the name of the shop. Yeah.
What is it called?
Gervais,
What is it? You or you?
like H-U-G-H.
H-U-G-H, yeah. Oh, that was his name?
Gervais, right?
Right.
Used
Yeah.
to go there, get the potatoes and
Bread.
and that.
I love the fact somebody's named a shop after themselves. I'm not going to say what we sell. It's named after me or nothing, or I'm not opening.
Mainly potatoes and bread. White sliced loaves, King Edward's.
And the teacher used to always say, just write something different in there, make something up. Because, like, you know, Monday, Tuesday, all the way through to Friday, every night, it was just, went to Gervais.
Went to you?
So you sort of you
Are you sure it wasn't an advert? Sure he wasn't paying you to say, get my name in the book?
Yeah.
The only time that it changed, and she said, oh, that's made it a bit more interesting, was when it was my birthday, and I had to buy a cake.
Potatoes and a cake.
And she said, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That was my 13th birthday. My mum said, I got home from school, she said, oh, you're 13 today. Teenager, big turnover. Go and get a cake.
That's your experience of writing.
No, what?
Well,
no,
kind
that's
of,
your
yeah.
experience of your 13th birthday. Oh, by the way, you're 13 today, go and get a cake.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Big surprise? Was it a big surprise?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that is brilliant. I love it.
That's the only sort of writing.
Well, and they never asked you to write essays or stories?
Did you never write a story or a poem or
The stories I did earlier on were, you know, you made them up, but it was that thing that I'd always end them with, and an alarm went off and it was all a dream.
Every single one of them?
Yeah. But they didn't, I mean, it was a bit of a...
I bought some potatoes and some bread, then I woke up and it was all a dream.
Then I went to shops and bought some potatoes and bread. But did you ever do anything that write about an adventure when you were a spaceman, or you were you were a cowboy, or... No?
All the teachers, like, had scams going on, so, like, in English, right, you'd go in there, and the teacher would say, right, what we're doing today is, got a load of brochures from Thomson, but they say, like, 1983 on the front, so I've got a load of stickers here that say 1984, let's see how many you can do in half an hour.
You are joking.
Did you go to school with Oliver Twist?
Sorry, you are joking.
I'm not, that's what they did. So the teacher must have been getting, like, a freebie or something for helping them out.
Is this...
Honestly, yeah, that's what it was.
That is fantastic.
They were all at it. They were all
other than Mr. Fagan, you had...
Yeah. And then when they saw Karate Kid, they had every kid washing their car going, wax on, wax off, hurry up. Yeah. I'm teaching you something. Wax on, wax off, paint the fence.
So I'm just saying, you know, that's why I'm a bit quiet, because you're talking about stuff I can't
relate to.
And why didn't you sleep last night?
I haven't slept well since I was about 12. Do you sleep well, Steve?
Oh, wait, you can't let that go! I haven't slept well since I was 12. What do you mean?
Do you know, like, a proper... I used to love going to bed as like a kid.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, oh, am I going to sleep tonight? And I sort of wake up about 4 times. Right. Whereas when you're a kid, I remember really loving, like, going to bed. There was one time where I actually laughed myself to sleep because I couldn't believe me luck.
There's something wrong with him. What do you mean you laugh yourself?
Have you ever had it when you're really tired and you get in bed and the pillows feel
it's all cold. Yeah.
And it's like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
And it happened twice. Once when I just went to bed and I was really looking forward to it, and also when I helped my dad out once, like, through the night. He worked at this paper company, right? And I helped him out, and I got in at about 4 in the morning with him. Got in bed, and I just was like, I was laughing my head off. I had to put the pillow over my head because I couldn't believe me luck. Like, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to sleep.
I just have to say, life up north is so extraordinary.
No, but you must be the easiest kid in the world to please. No wonder she knew she could just go get a cake. It's sort of like, what was he expecting me to say? He were expecting an extra hour in bed, but we got him cake as well.
Go to bed without any supper. Brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah. In your own bed. How long was it before you got your... What did you used to do before? Just some straw in the corner?
No, it's just that thing of when you're really tired and...
And do you ever do this with Suzanne, then? Do you ever laugh yourself to sleep with her?
No, that's what I mean.
She can't sleep because you're chuckling away.
I don't know what's up with me. I've got a lot going on.
What do you mean you've got a lot going on?
I don't know. I was talking to the security bloke before saying, do you sleep? Have you got much going on in your head and stuff? And I don't know.
He wasn't insulted by that, I'm sure. Going up to someone and going, have you got a lot going on in your head? That is brilliant.
It worries me. It's interesting that your lack of sleep coincides with the diaries and the writing of the bread and potato story every day. I don't know if once you had that responsibility.
Why don't you every night go to Gervais, get some bread and potatoes, you don't have to eat them, then go to bed, and I think you'll be chuckling yourself to sleep in no time. I'm stunned at Karl's rudeness, okay? That's badly drawn boy, by the way, all possibilities. There's a lovely chap just calls in, saying about... And Karl, because the record's ended, he doesn't say, oh, I've got to go to the record's end. He went, yeah. And he... So...
He's probably still there. Well, cut him off.
Well, just check if he's still there.
He doesn't want to be on radio. He said he didn't want to be on the radio, but I think he should apologise.
I'm still here, hello?
Hello.
Alright.
I'm still here. I did ask not to be put live on radio because I get very embarrassed.
Don't worry, all we wanted to do is we just wanted to apologise for Karl's curtness and his rudeness.
Now, all I want to say is the station is good because you couldn't have a worse slot on a Saturday afternoon, right? Because the youngsters are in the boozers, the older fellas are doing the punting, the racing, the football and whatever. The thing is, the state you play, if you want to get number one...
This is XFM, not Radio 2.
If you want to be the top, all you got to do is start playing Natalia Umbraglia, this and that, and have your audience with one puke of hair between 4 legs, okay?
Thank you.
Now, that's why I didn't want to go live on radio. But you are dead. When Christian got a little bit sick about being 13, then he got to go, whatever. You're the soundest station in the area. You cover. I don't like all the stuff you play, the station plays, but you're actually doing what's there.
Thank you very much.
You keep going, persevere, and you'll make, it's well worth listening to anyway, okay?
Thank you, cheers.
Otherwise I wouldn't.
Can you hear us?
Thank you, bye.
Dead sound, mate, be careful, yeah?
I mean, I can see why you cut him off.
Stop it.
Man
right.
alive.
We've had so many calls. Carl was getting annoyed. There were so many calls. And, we've had suggestions from, Ned saying talk about Jimmy Savile. John in North London. I've just got John in North London. What does he want to talk about? Oh, I've forgotten. Becca from Liverpool wants to talk about Tracy Emin and Damien Hirst. Art. Paul Andrews. Your mum called. Stop calling her. Tell her to listen to XFM. Yes, you, Paul Andrews, is about 38, at home with your wife and kids. Your mum just called in. I think someone wanted amazing monkey facts. I can't even do this right, can I?
To be honest with you, last week we were slagging off Karl as being the weak link in this show. I think it's clear what the weak link is.
Oh God, who's the bloke who wants Hayley to go with him to X-Men? See, I shouldn't make notes.
What's wrong with you? If you didn't spend so much time squeezing his head and eating pies, we might get something done.
Right, okay then, what should we talk about then?
Right, play a record and we'll discuss this.
Tracy Emin. Make your bed. Make your bed. Damien Hirst. Stop cutting up sharks and things. Picasso. Alright.
Right, Rockbusters, what have you got for us, Karl?
Right. There we go then. 3 clues, 3 cryptic clues, couple of initials. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, win some stuff. Do you want to go through the stuff?
Yeah,
you get them.
You're definitely improving yourself as weeks go on. We've got a 3 CD set of the best of Inspiral Carpets. How they strangle it over 3 CDs, I've no idea.
Yeah, I know.
Extraordinary. A number of other CDs, all of which are okay, plus a t-shirt and a copy of Marion and Jeff Series 1 on DVD. Not bad at all, in an XFM bag.
Well, he's noticed X-Men 2 isn't there, because it's not out yet, but it is at the cinema, so I think Hayley should go with, what's his name?
Shut up!
Okay.
Right, go on, Karl.
Right, the clues are, clue 1, ooh, they're having problems. They haven't
this is
right, brilliant. Rockbusters. This is what we're doing.
I know. I tell you what. I think Foxy was really soft on us. I think he's. Oh, go on.
This is what we're tuning for. Okay, so this clue 1 again.
So go on.
This is brilliant. Come on. This is like Who Wants to Be Millionaire? Class.
Come on, Karl. Don't worry about him. He doesn't understand radio, Karl. I heard his show before we had us. He was doing it. It sounded just like Dr. Fox.
Yeah.
Right,
go on.
Clue 1. They're having problems. They haven't got any rice.
Say it again, and say it like it's written down. Right. Say it like it's like you're reading it as opposed to making it up as you go along. I know you are, but say it again, because all the ums and ahs people think are integral.
They're having problems.
Do it again.
They're having problems. They haven't got any rice left.
Different. A cryptic clue every word. That's the matter. I love that.
What's the initial?
CC.
CC, and the clue again.
They're having a few problems in that. Because they haven't got any rice left.
Different every time. Go on, that's number 1.
Second one, the Geordie fella doesn't know what he's been charged for.
Okay, and what's the initials there?
DW.
Oh.
The Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for.
Right.
And the final one, if he had 2 bricks, and he had to throw them at 2 women, right?
Stop! Right, you've got to go through this without going, right? Oh, yeah, just do it again. Just say it again. Think what you're going to say, then say it.
I had 2 bricks.
Oh, no, it was if I had before.
Well, I've got
Stop it a minute. Stop, because I'm going to burst. Right, Karl, work out what you're going to say and say it. Right.
Okay, just calm down. Can we just everyone calm down?
Okay, right.
I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, and I didn't hit either of them.
Right, okay.
The initials MM. Right, so quickly again. They haven't got any rice.
I've got that, and it's brilliant. That is a brilliant one.
Okay.
Right. They've run out of rice, they've got problems on their hands. CC. Right. The second one, Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for. right? BW, and I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women. Didn't hit any of them, right? That's MM. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant, play a record.
Win some stuff.
It's email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Oh. White Stripes, Seven Nation Army on XFM 104.9.
Karl, are you thinking of starting a family?
Only if, like, an accident happens or something.
Yeah. Were you there, Rick, when we were chatting about this the other day?
Oh, yeah, no.
What did you say,
Well,
Karl?
we were talking about his career and because he's on MTV, and I was going, oh, you got to do this now. He's going, look, if it happens, it happens. I've said to Suzanne, if it happens, it happens. She goes, well, what are your plans? The same with Gervais. She said, are we going to have kids or not? I go, look, if it happens, it happens. I go, well, how would it happen? He goes, if a condom splits.
Amazing. I love the idea that that's the way you plan for a child. Imagine telling them that. Where was I conceived? Can't remember. The condom split.
Yeah. You're an accident.
I love that. The romantic nature of that is
I
just
was told I was an
extraordinary.
accident, but, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't
But
matter.
do many people sit down and say, right, do you think we should?
Yes.
Well, they lay down.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
You can't sit down, you haven't got time for that discussion.
No, it doesn't mean the conception. I think it means bringing up a child till it's 18.
But the thing is as well, it's one of them, innit? It's like, if you think about having one, you go, well, the sort of negatives, you know, outweigh the positives.
Yeah.
I think. Right?
Go on.
But if you have one, you go, oh, it's not that bad, is it?
So what are the positives and what are the negatives?
Like I say, the negatives outweigh it. I can't think of that many positives. They get in the way, don't they?
Cost you a lot.
Costs a lot of money. Same with marriage. Like Suzanne's saying, we'll get married, so what for?
Well, marriage doesn't cost anything.
Well, it does.
Well, no, if you go to the registry office and then buy a house.
But then what's the point?
Well, tax breaks, you know, presents.
I don't think you get them anymore.
Do you?
I looked into that.
You old romantic. What would you rather have, a ring or a 3% saving?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I don't see the point anyway.
I got down on one knee and presented her with some inland revenue forms.
yeah.
Just to show the benefits.
That is great. I mean, if you are planning it, I think you've got to involve me and Steve in the radio station, because it'll be, I mean, you take quite a lot on, don't you? So if you've got a kid at home and you're not sleepy, you haven't slept since you were 12, you've got this, you've got MTV, you've got a kid, you know, it might be one step too far, because I wouldn't want to push you over the edge.
Well,
Now, see, go on, sorry.
No, I just was going to say, I was talking to Suzanne last night about it and saying, you know, about earning money and that, and she said, well, you're already sort of earn a little bit more than me, so, you know, if you get loads of money, she said, I'd be happy staying at home and doing nothing, maybe looking after a kid. I said, oh, so that's not happening.
Right.
I said, I could have a load of money now tucked away, I could have won some money and I wouldn't tell you. I still want sort of that check offer every month, because I get a check offer to sort of pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I think you need to keep that in a relationship.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Work as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not working as a team.
Of course it is.
Well, no, you share everything. Sharing everything is working as a team, whether you earn most or whether
stashing some 35 grand back.
It's not like you think that, oh no, I won the pools, but I give her half, she'll get lazy, she'll just sit around the house doing nout. So she's still got to go to work in a job she hates.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, she thinks that it'd be the worst thing that could happen if we got a load of money. Because she'd want to go to Egypt, I'd say I'm not going.
Why would she want to go to Egypt?
I don't, that's what I said.
No, why would she? Why does she want to go to Egypt? She wins a lot of money.
She said it's meant to be pretty good.
So the incredible wonders of the pyramids and the Sphinx and so on, that's not of any interest to you?
I've seen it though on the telly and that. I don't want to go all that way just to see it.
Exactly.
Right.
No, exactly. That's
To experience other cultures, other lifestyles, travel broadens the mind.
Well, you don't.
No, not really.
You've seen enough different ones here, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's parts of Wiven. Oh, you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you don't want to make enough money. You don't want to make a lot of money because you're worried that Suzanne might want to go to Egypt.
And then that'll be.
No.
And that's
I
going to
don't
tear you
want to tell
apart.
her that I'm making a lot of money. I can still tuck it away.
Right.
And what will you do with it? When
are you going to spend it? What
When
are
you
spending
turn
it on?
up in a big converted limo, it goes da 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 da. Come on, we're going to bingo. Where'd you get the car from? Never thee mind. Right? What? Won't you be suspicious? When you've got a pet chimp. You know what I mean?
What are you? I mean, yeah. What would you spend it on? Is there nothing that you want for?
No, I've never... No, there's now at the moment, honestly, I'm quite happy. Do you know what I mean? I don't ask for much.
But you're not happy, you're always whinging and moaning.
Always whinging.
Clearly there's something wrong.
What if someone gave you? Well, okay, right. Let's be serious. We're not talking about billions, right? But if someone gave you a cash injection, just a one-off cash payment of £250,000, okay, what would you do with it? I mean, that's too easy because that should obviously be a house. That should be the best house you can find in London.
I'd probably want to go and see a tornado.
Right. That's on your list. Okay.
In many ways he's so sweet, but I want to shake him.
Can I just point out to you, Karl, I don't know if you know this, but if you get caught in a tornado, you do not whisk off into the magical land of Oz.
And land somewhere nice.
Yeah, and crush a witch.
Still in your rocking chair.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It's quite dangerous. But you'd go into a tornado, number one, fair enough. Number two?
What brochure is that in? That one.
It's Texas, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh.
Number two? So he's got tornado number one.
What brochure is that in?
Number
it's
two.
Texas, isn't it? It's Kansas, I think, mainly.
Well, I noticed someone's emailed here a link for, can you believe you luck, Karl? Monkeys for sale. Now, I don't endorse this in any way, but here you are, here's a monkey for sale here.
Oh, that's terrible.
$2,500. It says male, very smart little guy, loves to play and gives kisses, wears diapers and clothes, has been around lots of people and loves them, healthy and loves to eat. Sounds like Ricky.
How much is that?
Well, it wasn't Karl, it says loves to be around people.
Yeah. There's a gibbon there. A gibbon for...
Too pricey though, it's like that Donald McIntyre programme he did, that Cheap as Chimps programme.
He didn't do Cheap as Chimps. He didn't do a programme called Cheap as Chimps.
Just saying that, but...
Well, he didn't. There's at no point did Donald McIntyre do a programme called... Play a record a minute. Play a record.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, of course, Sweet Home Alabama. Always worth a play, I think maybe once a month.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Karl, we're talking about having kids and stuff. I've always been quite thankful that Ricky's never wanted to have kids, because, I just think he would set the worst example for a child that he possibly could do. Just in conversation the other day, just happened to mention that he's taken to eating in the bath.
Yeah, well, let me explain something. Right, I've got busy schedules, yeah. I get up, I meet Steve at a certain time, and I go, oh, I've got to go at 3:30 today, Steve, I'm working out at 4, I work out 4 till 5, I have to have something to eat before I go out, and I have to meet Johnny for a beer at 6 or something, or go somewhere. So, I thought, oh god, if I go around and have a bath straight after, then I have something to eat, I go, well, I've got, sometimes there's chicken legs, right, and they're greasy. So one day I thought, hold on, I'll go to the bath with the chicken legs, I'll eat them in the bath, and it's brilliant. So I'm sitting in the bath, I eat the chicken egg, it's really greasy, right? I just throw it in the bin, go under the water, come up, I'm clean. I've eaten, I'm clean, I get dressed, I go out and meet Johnny. I've lined my stomach, and the good thing about that is that when I come home, after 3 beers, and I've eaten the chicken, I go, there's only bread left, I just wipe it round the bath, I've got a lovely bit of bread and dripping sandwich. That's not true, that bit. But I do eat in the bath. I mean, the second week of doing it, I was just eating in the bath, I think I was in chicken legs again, I'm eating in the bath. Jane walked past, just looked in at me, and she went, Christ, Caligula.
Well,
just me, a fat Roman emperor eating.
Caligula, to be honest, is just too cool and impressive. Not Caligula, Old Man Steptoe. Have you seen the one where he's in the bath eating pickled onions?
No.
He sat in the bath, he literally sat in the bath, eating some pickled onions, some of them slip under the water, he fishes them out, put them back in the jar.
I'd never do that.
No, you'd eat them. You would never, well, you wouldn't let food go by like that.
But it's
But it's the fat, it's chicken, it's big greasy slabs of chicken.
Yeah.
You're throwing the bones on the floor.
No, I'm putting them
for the wolves to scavenge.
Putting them in the... Stop biting your nails, Karl. Not only can you hear it, it's really rude.
I don't know, what? Yeah, you're criticising him?
Yeah.
Criticising him for biting his nails?
Yeah, you don't know where they've been.
You eat chicken in the bath and then go under the water and come up clean, whilst sat in some water swimming with grease and fat and chicken bones
yeah,
and breadcrumbs.
Well, I like to bath. I like to bath like 2 or 3 times a day.
But do you not see why that's not cool and impressive? It's not like we're all going to go, why haven't we all thought of that?
To be honest though, Steve, that is the only time I eat oranges.
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's, I've always thought that, and orange, I go, oh god, this is too annoying, and I don't bother eating oranges, unless they're tangerines, you can peel them in one and put them in one. I don't have big Jaffas, there's just not, it's not worth it.
What is wrong with you? Firstly, have you ever thought about cutting an orange into 4 quarters with a knife?
Waste.
What do you mean a waste?
More washing up.
Yeah, right, so this is what you got, this is why you can't sleep at night. Because you think, I've got to run a bath and have an orange. I haven't got time. I'd love an orange now, I need the vitamin C, but I've got to run a bath for it, at least have a shower. I'm going to be in there with another man.
Oh,
It's
dear.
like, the two of you are just, you are like children. You're infants. Your mentality is ludicrous. And you're embarrassing us in front of our special guests.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it. Now, of course, last week we've had
tattoo here.
We've had a number of letters, Rick. I'm just reading them now. Saying, last week, loved your interview with Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Yeah.
Genius. Another one here. Great insight into the man who wrote Yellow and Clocks.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Steve Merchant's interview with Chris Martin was amazing. He showed his own TV show.
Yeah.
Just some of the letters we've received, Rick.
Yeah.
So this week, we're very lucky to have with us Russian pop act Tattoo. Round of applause for them. Lovely to have them here. Tattoo. Now then, of course, there's been much controversy that your kind of lesbian shtick is just something to try and whip up some press attention.
We are proper lesbians. We love Fanny more than cock.
Okay, brilliant. And Tattoo, lovely to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Now then, you've got some live gigs, I understand, planned.
You know, duh.
Okay. I can't help but notice that you sound, dare I say it, Tattoo, you don't sound so much Russian as German.
No, we cannot do the accent properly.
Okay. And, Tattoo, it's a joy to have you here. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
And finally,
thank you.
your lesbians would, for instance, either myself or Karl be able to convert you from your lesbian ways?
We like the muff so much that the knob is no good for us.
Alright, well, thanks very much, Tattoo.
Yeah, thanks, Tattoo. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Extraordinary. So-
Next week, share.
Brilliant. So if you've got any guests, special guests you love us to interview, then let us know. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Carl's
And we'll try and get there.
Oh, dear. Play a record, Carl.
Rockbusters answers next.
I was going to say, well, do you want to do that?
No, let's do it next. After the
Just
record.
was gonna say something.
What were you going to say?
About gays and that.
What?
In a bit.
What were you going to say?
Oh, we'll look forward to that.
Martina Topley Bird. Need one on XFM 104.9. Right, there goes the girls from Tattoo. See you later. Well
Thanks,
done.
girls.
Cheers.
Lovely
Right,
couple of listeners
Carl,
there.
what were you saying before we cut you off?
Yeah, it's just that, you know, you had the girls in and that, and it reminded me, I was talking to Steve in a week.
Yeah.
I think it's, when people were talking about going to string fellas and that,
Yeah.
I was talking about seeing naked people.
No, yes, I asked him, I said, when he used to watch, say, if he accidentally flipped onto BBC Two and some ballet was on, would his eye ever been drawn to maybe the gentleman's lower regions rather than the ladies?
The gentleman's package.
Yeah, would your eyes ever be accidentally drawn to that and you couldn't resist it? And you said yes.
Yeah, because, right,
Oh,
and I don't
dear.
think I'm,
Oh dear.
Well, go on, I mean, fair enough.
no, right,
I'm always looking at the beautiful ladies, but fair enough.
yeah,
No, go on.
but, right,
Have you ever looked at Wayne Sleep's testicles?
I went out,
Have you ever looked at Wayne Sleep's penis and testicles?
I went out on a night out, right, and it was some, it got to some point in the night where 2 women and 2 fellas got on the stage,
Right.
right, started stripping off.
Yes.
Just what, members of the audience?
No, I think they were, like, part of the act, right,
Right.
and,
What was this, panto?
they downed the, you know, the fellas had, like, their undies on, and the girls just had their knickers on,
Yeah.
right, and,
Sounds pretty erotic at the moment. Go on.
and at the same time, they all whipped the pants off,
Yes.
right?
It was
Now-
Bucks Fizz, wasn't it? The adult show.
Now I said to Steve, at that point,
Sorry, I wasn't there. He said it to me later.
yeah.
I said, well, you have a quick glance at the fellas, and then the annoying thing was, I thought, right, now I'll have a look at the women, and it was too late, they put the knickers on.
How long were you looking at the fellas?
Not that long, but
But
it
why
was
were you
like,
looking at them first?
it's human nature, innit?
Why?
I don't know, but I'm sure you would have done the same thing. You just
Why?
sort of think, well, how are they shaping up?
So it's a comparative test.
So who had the biggest knob? Which one of the blokes had the biggest knob?
No, it's like, you know, normal. But
This is a whole new side of you.
This is a whole other area.
So you look at ballet dancers, you look at the gentleman's.
No, I don't.
package.
I just was when he said this, it reminded me of this night when I was walking home thinking, didn't get a look because I was messing
Where
around.
was this? What event was this where people are stripping off?
Carl, I tell you what, you are the most interesting man I've ever met.
But are you comfortable being nude and that?
We've done this. Well, I don't know what this is. We did this last week about, are you comfortable being nude?
No,
think
I know, I was talking
you're
about
probably
that.
most comfortable being nude. It's just probably not in public.
Well, Ricky's only really comfortable nude when he's eating.
yeah, there's nothing to get, you know.
Yeah, you can just wipe
spilt
yourself
on it.
down.
Yeah, you just sit in the bath, yeah.
No, but I've talked about that, and then when I went home, I was talking to Suzanne about it, and she said, "What's all that about? You don't like being nude, right?" And I said, well, "It's not."
It's like I'm part of an Alan Bennett play. It's just, I love the way you talk.
Remember once, right? I don't know if I should talk about this really, but
Well, that means you should, so go on.
Go on.
oh yeah, right. We went to Tenerife, right, one year, and I was still living in
I'm
Manchester.
scared now.
Yeah,
that
I don't
everyone
know
said
what's
that. I'm actually
No, I'm
scared.
just I'm thinking about Suzanne, but she's
Well,
working.
I don't want to know anything about Suzanne,
Come
to be
on, no,
honest.
but
If
come
it's-
on,
It
Go on.
involves me more.
Let's
Go
hear
on,
the story.
go
But
on.
I'm just explaining to you that I don't like being nude.
Yeah.
Go on.
So you're in Tenerife.
In Tenerife, right? Didn't have much money. Stayed in this apartment that wasn't that nice, right? Had the cockroaches in it and stuff, right? Didn't have much money to go out at night. So we're in this sort of death trap of an apartment, right? Anyway, so when I was younger, right, had a bit more energy. So
He's 30.
I know.
so you know, start having it away a bit.
It's a joy.
Beautiful.
It's
So,
good, yeah. I'm in here to work. I love it. Go on.
Right, so, you know, doing what I do, right?
yeah.
Someone starts banging on the door. So Suzanne
Everyone's
says,
at it. Right, so you mean knocking on the door? Right, okay.
knocking on the door, right? So Suzanne said, you better get it. So I said, oh, I can't get it now, can I? I'll have to wait a bit. Right. I can't go to the door.
Go on.
So the banging's getting louder.
Yeah,
Someone at the door.
yeah.
And she's like, hurry up, it must be important. I'm like, in a minute. Just, so anyway.
I don't want to know anymore.
Stick,
Keep going. No, come on, finish the story.
open the door. It's a fireman. So I just stick my head round, and he's going, you'll have to get out. The building's on fire. Right? So I'm like, in a minute.
Sorry, you weren't still having sex at this point?
No, but, you know,
Right.
still sort of got to wait a minute, or I can't get my pants on.
Oh, Carl, I wish I'm so sorry.
Right, go on.
To this
So
now.
now
So
the,
what-
the place is burning down.
So it could be a serious big fire going on. I'm sort of waiting. You can hear people sort of screaming and that, panicking.
Is that because the door's open and you're nude?
The fireman's saying, will you get out, I'm saying, in a minute.
Right.
And Suzanne was saying, you know, think of something that's not sexy.
Sure.
So I was thinking of people, you know, thinking maybe down in a fire might sort of calm you down.
Yeah.
But the fireman said, we need a big pole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, go on.
But what I'm saying is, that, to me, I wouldn't have wanted to go out and be safe over, do you know what I mean, over being naked. I don't like walking about without on. So what I'm saying is, even if that fire...
I love the idea of everyone huddled in there with all the firemen. It just, the camera's panned along and there's Carl.
Yeah, a
just
typical news report.
naked. With still
But would
standing crowd.
would you have gone out, we're now on,
But why do I have to go out with now on? I just grab a pair of jeans.
alright, but you just, you know...
What?
There's a fire, Carl!
Yeah, but
See, not everyone looks at men's packets. That's only you, remember. Most of the other firemen wouldn't be going, oh, look at him.
But
He's
what I'm
pleased-
interested in is
he's
how
pleased
long...
to see us.
Carl, how long did it take? And did the thought of dying in a fire help?
After a bit, but the fireman sort of had a go at me.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Well, he wasn't happy that I was dawdling.
Well, to be fair,
But what can you do?
Answers on a postcard. To the usual address, XFM, care of Leicester Square.
Well, let's just get these right.
Let's play a record. Let's have Rockbusters and Monkey News.
We don't have time for
afterwards.
monkey news.
We'll squeeze them in.
Wow.
Life on Mars by David Bowie on XFM. Right, come on, we're running out of time. Blockbusters. The results in... Sorry. Oh, what a giveaway. Oh no, embarrassing. I've given it away. Straight into monkey news. Go on then.
So, yeah, Rockbusters, what were the clues?
The clues were, the first one was, they're running out of rice, so they've got problems. That was CC. That was China crisis. Right?
Okay, yeah, if they ran out of rice in China, it would be a crisis, fair enough.
Second one, the Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for. Right? That was Bill Wyman.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the third one, I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, and I didn't hit either of them. That was Mister.
Mister.
I let him up, those were alright, those.
That's extraordinary. The winner,